Hi guys! Today I'm at the highly anticipated grand opening of the brand new Mitsuwa Marketplace here in Cypress, California. And guess what? I was one of the first 100 people in line this morning, which means I scored one of their exclusive happy bags. Woohoo! I'll show you what's inside that bag a little later in this video, but first, let me take you through the experience of a Mitsuwa grand opening. If you've ever been curious, keep watching. The store officially opens at 10 a.m. on November 1st, 2025, but I had arrived bright and early at 7:15, and there was already a line forming outside. I tried to count how many people were ahead of me to see if I'd made the cut for a happy bag. I think I was number 60 something. So I was like, okay, we're good. Happy bag secured. Knowing that I was going to get a happy bag made me so happy. They had started off the event with an amazing taiko drum performance. It was phenomenal. The energy, the rhythm, everything. I wish I could have stayed to watch the whole show, but the line started moving and it was time to go in. From the outside, the building looks pretty big, but once you walk in, the grocery section is surprisingly small, with just a few aisles. Still, I really appreciated that they limited the number of people going in at once. It made the whole shopping experience super chill. No crowds, no chaos, and the checkout was a breeze. Now let me show you some of the exclusive deals that they had for opening day. One of the hottest items everyone rushed for was this big bag of nishiki rice. And honestly, I don't blame them. It was a great deal for that size. Here are some other deals I had spotted throughout the store. These are just a few of the sale items. There will be more shown later in this video. If you're not familiar with Mitsuwa Marketplace, it is the largest Japanese grocery store chain in the U.S., with locations in California, Illinois, Texas, Hawaii, and New Jersey. And now there's one right here in Cypress. They have an incredible selection of Japanese groceries, fresh produce, seafood, high-quality meats, unique Japanese snacks, cosmetics, and some kitchenware. Also, half of the products at their stores are directly imported from Japan, which really adds to the authentic feel. They got tons of grab-and-go meals, sushi platters, bento boxes, shabu-shabu meats, sukiyaki cuts, curries, katsu sauces, and more. They even have an ice machine where you can fill a bag with ice to help keep your cold foods chilled while you shop, and it's free to use. It's those small details that make Mitsuwa stand out. Behind the hot foods counter, you can actually see the kitchen where everything's made fresh. I was just about to head out when they brought out a new batch of chicken wings, both original and spicy, plus some vegetable karaoke and takoyaki. Takoyaki is my son's favorite, so of course I couldn't leave without picking up a tray of those. And here are also some other hot food items. They also have some bento boxes with your choice of fish or pork. And for the drinks, they got a huge selection of Japanese beverages, beers, and specialty teas. It's one of those places where you walk in planning to grab one thing and you end up leaving with a cart full of stuff. And guys, guess who I spotted at Mitsuwa? Shohei Ohtani. Okay, well, it was just a life-size poster of him, but still. I heard that the Dodgers just won the World Series, so congrats to them and all the Dodgers fans. That's so exciting. Mitsuwa claims they have the largest selection of Japanese alcohol. From sake and shochu to whiskey, beer, and wine, I've got to say, I believe it. I've never seen a grocery store with this many options. All right, now I'm going to show you guys the rest of the store. On these shelves are all the ramen noodles and packaged soups. And just a few steps away is the sashimi and seafood section. It looks like they had more items on sale in the seafood department than any other department during the grand opening event. And all the seafood looked incredibly fresh. I decided to pick up a package of frozen roasted eel. One, because I saw everyone else grabbing one. Two, because I never tried eel before. And three, because it was a great deal at a little bit more than half off the original price. Since I never had eel before, I had asked another customer how to eat it, and he told me that I could simply enjoy it with rice, so that's exactly what I did. I boiled it in the bag for about 5 minutes, then served it with white rice and a side of vegetable soup. It turned out really good. It was really tender, flavorful, a little sweet, kind of smoky too. I'm so glad I decided to try it. And here is the sashimi section. Look at this. The whole area is packed with beautifully arranged trays. And just check out those cuts. Super clean, no rough edges at all. You can tell whoever prepped these really knows what they're doing. This isn't your average grocery store seafood section. Mitsuwa carries sashimi grade fish, which means it's safe to eat raw and handled with super strict freshness standards. Basically, you're getting restaurant quality sashimi right inside a supermarket. Next up is the meat section, and it's just as impressive as their seafood. They got everything from chicken and pork to beef, sausages, and even premium wagyu. Everything here is high quality, and a lot of it is specifically geared toward Japanese cooking. There are beautiful packaged trays of thinly sliced beef and pork, perfect for sukiyaki or shabu shabu. Super convenient if you want to cook at home. So, whether you're planning a sukiyaki night, trying some home style Japanese dishes, or just treating yourself to some premium beef, Mitsuwa's meat department is definitely worth checking out, guys. All right, just past the meat section, we've got the frozen foods. These freezers are packed with all sorts of Japanese favorites. They got Japanese pancakes, gyozas, pork and veggie dumplings, shumai, shrimp dumplings, wonton wrappers, and edamame. A quick turn to the left brings us to another freezer stocked with frozen noodles such as udon, soba, and ramen. Some even come with the broth included, so you can whip up an authentic bowl of Japanese noodles at home in just minutes. And that's not all. They also got imitation crab, steamed fish cakes, and an incredible variety of fried fish cakes, perfect for soups or hot pots. I had noticed a crowd gathered around one of the island freezers and got curious. Turns out there was a sale, I guess, on some popular items. Shoppers were grabbing these items left and right. I ended up picking up 2 packs of the Odin myself since they were such a great deal. I can't wait to toss them into my next hot pot. I had also grabbed 2 packs of the fresh yakisoba noodles. I wasn't exactly sure what I'd do with them, but then I thought I usually have some leftover rotisserie chicken from Costco, so maybe I'll just toss some of the chicken into these noodles for a super easy stir fry. On this side of the freezer, there's a whole selection of frozen udon. And over here is more of the frozen ramen that I had showed earlier in the upright freezer. And something I've noticed while browsing the store is that a lot of the products don't have any English words on the packaging. So half of the time I have no idea what I'm looking at. But that's also part of the fun. It feels like exploring a store straight out of Japan. If you love Japanese sweets, Mitsuo's ice cream section is an absolute must-see. They have a wide variety of treats. Some of these are really unique compared to what you'd find in a regular grocery store. A treasure trove of Japanese sweets, from chewy mochi ice cream to seasonal desserts you won't find anywhere else. They even have these ready-to-eat soft serve cones that are just waiting to be licked. On the end freezer, there's a whole variety of frozen treats, everything from soft, fluffy cakes to sweetbreads. There's lots of those classic rolled cakes, also sweet rice cakes, baked red bean cakes, wheat cakes, and rice cakes with bean paste. You do not want to skip the frozen dessert section on your Mitsuwa trip. Your sweet tooth will thank you. Now we're at one of my absolute favorite spots in the store, the sushi and bento section. Fair warning though, walking past Mitsuwa's sushi cooler may trigger sudden uncontrollable hunger. They have an entire cooler dedicated to sushi and poke bowls, and the sushi selection here is really impressive. There's so much variety. They got pretty much everything you could want, from classic California rolls to spicy tuna, shrimp tempura, and fresh ahi poke. There's something to satisfy every craving. If you love sushi, this is your paradise. The quality of the sushi here is definitely a step above what you'd find at most regular grocery stores. And let's be real, this is basically how every visit goes. Me, I'm just here to browse. Also me, leaves Mitsuwa with a bunch of sushi in hand. Yep, we all know the struggle. Now take a look at the poke, guys. The cubes of fish are so glossy, vibrant, and full of color. It's a feast for the eyes. They definitely look fresh and well marinated. So yummy. Now let's take a look at the end cooler where they've got a mix of sweet and savory goodies. They got some warabi mochi and these crepes layered with light, fluffy vanilla flavored cream. Yum! They also got these skewered rice dumplings that look like they'd be fun to eat. And then I spotted something that made me do a double take. A yakisoba sandwich. It's a bun stuffed with savory yakisoba noodles. I've never tried one before, but it looks like a fun twist. They have a few savory sides here, like the simmered vegetables, a creamy macaroni salad, and a few grab and go sandwiches. Now, on this side of the cooler, there's an entire row of onigiri, Japanese rice balls, with all sorts of different fillings. They got a really good amount of options here. These are ready to eat, which makes them perfect for a school lunch or work lunch, a quick snack on the go, or even toss a few in your bag for a picnic or hike. These are definitely popular. I saw shopper after shopper grab them off of the shelf, and the workers were constantly restocking, which tells you that they're a fan favorite. They're pretty inexpensive, so if you've never tried onigiri before, this is a perfect place to grab a couple different flavors to see which one it is that you like. There's a good mix of classic and bold flavors. And right below the onigiri, they have a huge selection of Japanese side dishes. And there are so many that instead of describing each one in detail, I'll just show you the photos and then we'll move on to the bento boxes. And if you tried any of these before, drop a comment and let me know which one's your favorite. I'd love some recommendations for my next visit because honestly, there are so many choices. I have no idea where to start. Now let's move on to the bento boxes because Mitsuwa has plenty of those too. Just look at these bentos. Each one is like a complete meal in a box. You get rice, a protein, some veggies, and a pickled side. Everything is neatly arranged and the portions look really generous. I'm pretty sure I saw a microwave near the registers, so you can heat up your bento and enjoy it right in the food court if you want, or you can take it home and save it for later. The last cooler is also packed with ready to go meals. There's broccoli salad bowls, kale salad bowls, tofu salad bowls, potato salad greens, tuna salad with greens, and even macaroni salad with greens. Then there's shrimp spring rolls, tempura udon bowls, miso ramen bowls, and tonkatsu ramen bowls. Under the ramen bowls are some spaghetti Napolitan, bowls of oden, and chashu. Beneath that is the seaweed salad, and next to it is some broiled eel. Alright, now I'm going to walk you guys through the last few aisles before we make our way to the popular food court. And I'll play some music during this time so that we can move through this part quickly. In these aisles, you'll see cosmetics and skincare products, the snack section, all the sauces and condiments, candy section, dried noodles and rice section. Then afterwards, it's off to the food court for a tour. Now let's check out the food court, guys. It's definitely one of the top reasons people come to Mitsuwa. Each location has its own mix of restaurants. Here in Cypress, there's a ramen shop that's known for serving some seriously good ramen. They're famous for their rich, flavorful broth and perfectly springy noodles. The ramen has that classic comforting taste that's warm, savory, and just so satisfying. In this food court, you'll see people walking around with steaming bowls of ramen, and once you catch the aroma, it's impossible to resist. Next to it is a spot that serves a wide range of home-style Japanese meals, such as teishoku set meals, rice bowls, noodle dishes, and Japanese curry. You'll find classics like udon, fried oysters, grilled fish, and pork plates. It's the perfect place when you want a quick, comforting meal. Next up is a restaurant all about Japanese rice balls with a wide variety of fillings. They're pretty affordable too. At the counter, there's a colorful display of these rice balls, ranging from classic favorites to more creative flavors. They're quick, portable, and pretty satisfying. According to their website, their mission is to promote rice consumption and support Japanese agriculture. These rice balls are made with high quality rice, tasty fillings, and a crisp seaweed wrap. It's a great option for a snack or a light meal. I love that you can actually watch the staff assemble them behind a glass window. It's kind of mesmerizing. Although it doesn't look like there's a ton of filling in each one, it seems like it's about 95% rice and 5% filling. Over on the other side of the food court, you'll find J Sweets, a fancy Japanese confectionery shop that sells mochi, pastries, and sweets imported directly from Japan. Here's a few quick photos so that you can see what they have to offer. Right next to it is Yamari, a matcha cafe offering matcha lattes, soft serve, and parfaits. I heard that their matcha lattes and soft serve taste just like what you get in Japan. I'm definitely grabbing a latte here on my next trip. Alright, it's time for the grand review of the happy bag that I got for being one of the first 100 people in line. But first, if you made it this far in the video, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. I know your time is valuable, so I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks so much for your support. Okay, let me show you guys what's inside of the happy bag. The bag was heavy, and now I know why. It came with a 4-pound bag of rice and a huge bottle of green tea. The bag also included these Japanese crackers made with Hokkaido buttermilk, New Zealand grass-fed butter, and honey. Sounds fancy and I can't wait to try them. There was a pack of limited edition high chews, which is one of my favorite candies. Yay! On the bottom row, we have a bowl of cooked white rice, 2 jars of ground red chili, a can of green tea, a box of Pocky Sticks, a bag of shrimp chips, a can of strawberry milk, and lastly, a bottle of oolong tea. I also got this red insulated bag that I can reuse for groceries. I really like this fun surprise gift. It's definitely better than showing up and getting nothing. I think I'm officially addicted to grand openings now. Earlier this year, I went to my very first one for Costco, and I even spotted one of my favorite celebrities that day. And no, it wasn't just a poster of her. I'll link that video in the description if you want to check it out. Be sure to subscribe to my channel because I'll probably be heading to another grand opening somewhere in Southern California soon. And of course, I'll bring you guys along for the adventure. Thanks for joining me on this walkthrough. Have a beautiful day, guys. And until my next video, I'll see you later, alligator. Bye!